Okay, we'll resume our post-race interview session. Welcome into the interview room. Today's winner, driver number 18, NOS Energy Drink Toyota, Kyle Busch. Kyle, tell us about your run.
Well, it was a really good race for us. You know, real proud of the guys, real proud of Jason and the guys that putting together a great race car. I mean, we knew it was fast when we sat on the pole today, and didn't know how good of a race car it was going to be. But overall, it was a good race car. You know, it took about 12 laps before Harvick would really get by us, and then he seemed to have the car on the long runs. But today, there at the end of the race, fortunately, it came down to a short run where we were better than he was, and our NOS Energy Drink Camry made it to victory lane again. So real proud of that effort. And, you know, the pit stops is what got us there. You know, just being able to have guys give us a good pit stop there on the last time and get out front when it mattered most, and then, you know, kind of set sail on them restarts.
We're also joined by today's winning crew chief, Jason Ratcliff. Jason, your thoughts from on top of the box today?
It was, like Kyle mentioned, it was a good day for us. The 33 was stout, and we knew that we were going to have to do something special and to be able to beat him. But there was a point, within a run that we were better than him, and even at the end of the run, right before we would come down pit road and take fuel, our lap times got a little better than he did. So it was just making the right adjustments to put it together when we needed it, and then Kyle obviously putting a good lap down in qualifying and getting us that #1 pit stall so that the guys could take advantage of that and get off pit road first. So it was a good day. We fought back and forth with different adjustments, and Kyle made some suggestions when we hit pit road on the last stop. And I was concerned that we couldn't get it all done, but our catch can guy, John Eicher, he said he could get it done, and he did. So good job by him, good job by all the pit crew guys, and it was a good day for us.
This is Kyle's 12th win of the season and his 4th out of the last 5 starts here at Auto Club Speedway. So congratulations on that.
Could have been 5-5.
We'll now open it up to questions from the media.
Yeah.
As usual, please state your name and affiliation.
Hi, Kyle. Tara Gibson, Crown City News. Okay, so you won today, and last time, February, you actually won Stater Brothers 300. So what is it about this track that seems to be good luck for you?
I don't know. I was telling somebody earlier in the week, they asked me, well, this is a good place for you. We were talking about the Cup stuff. And I said, well, it's really good for me in the Nationwide Series and in the Truck Series. I seem to run and win pretty easily here. But on the Cup side, it's a whole other story. So, we're hoping that tomorrow's another good day for us where we can run well and have a good, strong effort to where we can get ourselves, some points back and get ourselves back in the hunt for the chase. But, overall about today, just being able to know what it takes to get around here. We struggled in practice when we unloaded a little bit, and Jason and I were slinging stuff at it left and right and just trying to make some adjustments to where I could get it where I liked it so I could be comfortable. And, all in all, it worked well for us here this weekend and being able to get it how we wanted it, or at least close to how we wanted it. Not quite through the long run, but definitely on the short haul.
Questions from the media center?
Yes, we have a question. This is for Kyle. Okay, Presto, Cars in Competition. When you got that speeding penalty fairly early in the race, how did you manage to get up through the grid as fast as you could? How was the car handling at that time? Had they made any special adjustments?
I don't think there was any special adjustments made. I think we were just kind of adjusting all day long to what we were kind of fighting, which was a little loose in, a little tight off. So we were just kind of messing with that all day and making adjustments to try to help that out. But, just working my way through traffic, going high, going low, just going where they weren't, and being able to, get up through there. Once you get to about 7th, 6th, I kind of slowed down and stopped. I wasn't making as much progress as I wished I could have, but, it was still some decent progress, and the caution came out, and we had a good pit stop and got up there. So, the guys on pit road helped me out quite a bit today, but just having a fast race car, we were pretty good compared to the field today. Harvick was just, a little bit better than we were, so it was a battle between us two much of the race.
You didn't seem to be lifting in one of the turns, and the other cars were. Was that very helpful to you in keeping your speed ahead of the grid?
Well, if you could hold it wide open around here, you'd be faster than anybody else, but you got a wall to watch out for. So, in my case, I was definitely still out of the throttle, just maybe not out as much as some of the other guys.
No more questions from the media center.
Questions from the press box?
Yes, we have a few questions here. JP Hornster, San Bernardino Sun. Kyle, Brad earlier said that he's come to expect the cautions to come out here on this track in the nationwide races. Did you also expect it, and were you counting on that helping you guys down the stretch?
You never know when to count on them, but most of the time when it kind of gets strung out a little bit, you can kind of get the taste of how the race is going to be and what to expect. So you just start planning ahead for that. I'm sure Jason's got his book of how the cautions fly and how they work around here. Sometimes they fly pretty constant or consistent to what it has in the past, and then just knowing what happens, you kind of plan your next stop around those certain times.
A question to Kyle from Wolfgang Monzer, Rennsport Press from Germany. Kyle, I want to go back to the speeding penalties thing. That's a little bit confusing coming over from the European racing business that you are the third speeding penalty so far in this season. Can you explain what's the reason? I mean, is there any miscommunication between you and the crew? And the second question, I guess your crew had told you over the radio that you had a speeding penalty here. What was your first reaction in the cockpit? Did you get a panic attack, or you were thinking, okay, I can win this race anyway, regardless of how many speeding penalty I will get?
Well, what happens when you come down pit road, there is a pit road speed limit, and we have a tachometer in the car. We don't have a speedometer in the car. We have a tachometer that tells us an RPM. And before the race, we take a look at it. We're following the pace car at pit road speed, and we take a look at what our RPM is supposed to be. And that's what we say to our crew is today was 4,700 in second gear. So I was running down pit road at 4,700, and I must have just made it 4,720 or something like that, and just barely got busted speeding. And it was unfortunate at the time. I thought to myself, well, it's early, and it wasn't early in the race. I mean, it was our second to last pit stop. Our scheduled second to last pit stop. It turned out to be the third last, but it was early enough in the race where I thought, you know what, we can still come back from this. It's 60 to go. We've got some time here. We can work through traffic and at least try to pick off as many spots as we can, and then hope that if we have a green flag stop, I come down pit road and we can gain time there. Or if we had caution stops, our guys would do a good job on pit road. So you settle in, you go to the back, and you start over.
We got one more from the press box, and we'll come back to the interview room.
Jorge Mendaca, FoxSports.com. Kyle, can you talk about the importance of the Owners' Championship? I mean, is it going all out for wins the rest of the way, or are you looking at that Owners' battle and wanting to get that championship?
We're definitely looking at the Owners' Championship. I mean, we want to win races and see how many we can win this year, but our other concentration is about the Owners' Championship. But, we're racing the guy that I think finished second. Mm-hmm. So, we run with each other every single week, and we're not being able to make up much ground. But he had a couple bad weeks through the summer that we were able to get a little bit of ground to where we're at right now, which is 130-something points. But other than that, it's been he's been right there with us, so it's hard to gain much ground on him. But myself and Jason included, and all these guys, it's about trying to be the best of the best. If it wasn't for me not running all the races, we'd be the points leader and going after a second title this year. But the Cup effort kind of takes some of that.
No more questions.
Yeah, Brian Ladner from Bleacher Report for Kyle. Your last Cup win here was 2005, back when the car had a spoiler. And you dominate, obviously, in the Nationwide car, has a spoiler. Given that and the other factor that, like last week, you were doing very well, and you'll be using the same tires, can you comment on that and how you think that will help you in tomorrow's race?
The spoiler has no reflect, but the cars are so different between the Cup Series and the Nationwide Series. The way they look, the way they feel, the way they drive, all that is so different. You've got to have two completely different driving styles for both of those. So for me, going from the Cup car to the Nationwide car, you learn those differences in practice and through qualifying. And then, like right now, before this race, I had to reset and get ready to go, with the Nationwide car thoughts. And then right now I'm throwing all that away pretty much and then going into what I drove my Cup car like earlier today. So it's going to be a whole different race tomorrow, a whole different feel with a race car. But, being able to come out here to California on somewhat similar tires, if same tire we ran last week, you get some experience on it, you get some feel for it. But there's a lot of cars that are still really good for tomorrow's race. You know, there's probably 6-7 guys that are thrown right up on top of each other that you can't pick a winner out of all those. So, you know, it should be a tough race.
Anything further? Gentlemen, thank you for your time. Congratulations.
All right, thanks.